Great evening, everybody. Happy Thriving Thursday. It's a Thursday evening tonight. So happy Thriving Thursday to everyone. And I hope y'all having a wonderful and fantastic Thursday. Welcome to Her Legacy in Leadership. My name is FELICIA Johnson, and I proudly serve as the Membership Director for the Greater Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce. In celebration of Women's History Month, we are honored to spotlight some of our phenomenal women within our chamber who are making a lasting impact as business owners, entrepreneurs, and leaders in our community. Today, we are honored to spotlight this beautiful woman. She's so amazing, a wonderful wife, a wonderful mother. Felicia is so awesome. So we're spotlighting Felicia Williams tonight. She is definitely the owner of Quick Print Graphics and Media. Her dedication, vision, leadership represent the strength and excellence of women in business. We are excited to learn more about her journey, her inspiration, and the legacy she is building through entrepreneurship. Everyone, please tune in and please give a warm welcome to Felicia Williams tonight. Good evening, Felicia. How are you
Good
tonight?
evening. I am well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm so honored to have you on here tonight because you do a lot of things for the city.
Listen, I'm honored to be here. This is so out of my norm. So I'm just so honored, so thankful for you. Just considering me, the chamber considering me. Y'all have been great. Awesome. So thank you again.
No, you're more than welcome, sweetie. Thank you so much. Thank you. Felicia, for the ones that do not and have not met you or know you, can you just give them a slight background of who you are, please, tonight?
Sure. So again, my name is Felicia Williams. I am the co-founder and owner of Quick Print Graphics and Media. I do co-own and or I co-found and I operate with my husband, Trey Williams, someone may know. But I'm a mother, as you already mentioned, a wife, a mother of three and a wife. I am just your everyday girl. I'm heavily involved in the community, as you stated, more so in my ministry. Our business itself is a ministry. So I just, again, I'm excited to just be a part of, this organization. And as far as me, I don't like to talk about me too much, but I am a graduate of Georgia Southern University. I did go there for my undergrad and then Troy University for my master's. So I do have a little education behind me. A lot of people may
That's
not.
not a little. Girl, that's huge. We need to celebrate that. We don't do nothing small
Yeah.
around here. Nothing
I,
small.
yes, I have a whole master's degree people don't know about because I really
That's
don't use
right.
it
That takes a
beyond.
lot, especially as mothers, and wives, that takes a lot to get that.
Absolutely.
So that's nothing small. From now
Yeah.
forward, that is big.
That is big. Amen.
Right.
That's big. I
Right.
accept that. I was just talking to someone earlier in my shop said I need to change my speech, my tone, my communication. So that is not small. That it definitely is a huge task, to be honest with you.
Yes.
So I don't mean to, demeanor that at all. It takes a lot to pursue those degrees and for a lot of us to finish them. So I'm definitely more than happy and just so blessed to have had that, behind me now.
That's exactly right. And I'm glad you're taking in that little nugget. You've had that twice today, like you say. So that means move forward big, girl. Move forward
Yes,
big.
yes, yes,
Put
yes.
them
I
stinking
accept it.
feet down and move and march high. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I accept it.
Yes, ma'am. Now, so yes, everyone's heard how amazing you are, and how you're doing wonderful things here in the city. So, what inspired you and your husband? What inspired y'all to start, the business?
To be honest with you, I knew from an early age that I wanted to be a business owner. Didn't necessarily know a business owner per se. Let me say that.
Hmm.
Um, I knew was like the Lord, I guess, designed me to like. I never wanted to retire off anyone's job. I never looked forward to that.
Right.
Our parents did. My parents, they of course they talked about retirement often, but me not so much. After 3.5, years, okay, it's time to do something else. So that was already kind of established in me at an early age. This particular business though, Quick Print. it was actually birthed out of obedience. Out of obedience, we heard the Lord talk to us clearly. Hey, it's time to make this step. Time to make this move. Again, my husband has more so of the background in printing. He was in the printing industry for about
Okay.
12 years before stepping out on faith. So we moved in quick print, business out of obedience. So that's what inspired us to do that. We didn't want to be disobedient, but again, also to, I know it's coming later, but just thinking about future and what does that look like, the flexibility. We had small children, so that also played a part in owning our own business.
Love it, love it. And that just shows, y'all have both having different backgrounds, but then coming united together to start, the business, with him having a background already in the printing department and in media, and then you tying it in, with your experience too. So that's amazing. And already having a passion, like you said, you already had the passion and saying
Mhm.
that you want to own your own business. And now,
Absolutely.
you're expanding. Y'all are expanding, which I know you'll touch on that soon, but you've already expanding and, making that involvement. So I love it.
Thank you.
Now, what challenges, have you faced? Particularly what challenges have you faced and how have you overcame? Because you've already overcame those challenges. So how did you overcome them too as well?
Oh, well, I'm going to say the biggest challenge that we had or had having is finances, I would say. That's one of the biggest challenges, especially starting up
Hmm.
um, as a new, entrepreneur, business owner. And the way that we started, I should say that, because it wasn't like a plan per se, right? We moved
Okay.
out of obedience. So we didn't have money just sitting in the bank accounts, just waiting for us to just invest. And we had a good marketing plan in the business plan and all the other good stuff because we moved out of obedience. Those things did come later. We do have that. I will not encourage anyone to do that, right, unless they hear specifically from the Lord those instructions.
Hmm.
However, because we didn't have any of that, the challenge for us was, again, finances. I was able to, because of the job that I had uh, previously, I was able to use some of my 401k to fund the business.
Okay.
Again, I wouldn't, I'm not suggesting everyone do that, but that's kind of how we did it until we got I got our footing. And
Yeah.
so the biggest challenge again was funding because again, you're new. No one's
Yeah.
going to give you money. You don't have anything to stand on, right? So you're using all of your personal resources and assets at that
Absolutely. Yes.
time.
And majority of us as business owners and entrepreneurship, when we first start out, that is how we start out. We're using our personal funds or our savings or in a combination of both, taken out of the household to run those businesses and, start the entrepreneurship journey until we learn to do better and we know better.
Absolutely.
We learn a different way, but in the beginning when you don't have the correct knowledge, I know firsthand the same thing with me until I started learning the knowledge that I needed to have on funding, but it was coming out of the household,
Yeah,
until we learn to do better, but so it does help having the correct knowledge prior before starting so that way you'll know how to fund business in the correct way.
absolutely.
Yep. Okay. So with that, um what advice would you give women who would want to start their own business?
I think you actually just touched on it a little bit, Alicia, in regards to educating yourself on the different avenues of fundings, grants, and all the other different things that you can do in regards to, starting your business. I will also encourage women more, well, of course, it's platforms for women, but for everyone, but especially to our women to say that, it's okay to get help, right? It's okay to get help. Not everyone has to be strong. We don't have to be that strong person all the time. We do need help in regards to, again, resources, We have to have finances, funding and all that other good stuff. So this is just not business. This is just life, period. We sometimes walk with the world of on our shoulders, right? The burdens on our shoulders, and we wear that proudly sometimes that I'm strong, but it takes a village. It takes a village. So don't be afraid. Don't look at it as a sign of weakness when you do need help. Has been recently one of the biggest, I would say, assets is to seek help, to seek advice, to seek counsel, and not have to depend or rely on yourself.
That is correct. That's correct. Absolutely. Now, do you have any when you're in the office and you're coming across like those different clients, what's the best way to, and they're not sure of what they're doing, what is like one of the best ways that you can adjust and assist your clients, when you're helping them out when they're coming for a particular service?
So because we offer a variety of services, things from business cards all the way, funeral programs and
Mhm.
t-shirts, some it's different. It's case by case, right? So our for the funeral programs, normally the families, coming in, they're a little heavy
Part
hearted,
time.
right? So it's up to us to kind of lighten the mood, to be direct, but actually also be comforting as well, right?
Mhm.
To deliver what they need, but in a comforting way, assuring them that, we have their best interests at heart, to let them know that, hey, this is one less task that you
Yeah.
have on your plate. Once we have it, you don't worry about it. We do everything. We get it, formatted. We'll send you the proof, and then we'll get it to the funeral homes. So you don't have to worry about that. So that gives them a sense of relief. It eliminates some of the pressure for them. So then you have some that come in for business cards or flyers that are new business owners. So we have the opportunity to speak to them about the things that we have learned along the way. Hey, have you heard of the Black Chamber, right? Um,
Yes.
have you heard of these different things, different resources? Are you networking? Do you have your business license? Do you have those things? So we get a chance to network with other business owners or upcoming entrepreneurs, right? And so it gives
Yes.
us the ability to do that. So it's so many different products and services that we offer, that we get a chance to be able to minister in such, in lack of a better word, to
Mhm.
different avenues. And I love that. That's one of the highlights of my day, to be able to talk to anyone. Like I said, they're coming in for funeral programs, business cards, t-shirts, what have you. We're
Yeah.
able to provide that expertise on that product. So when they come in heavy, no matter what it is, they come out leaving light and with a smile.
Love it. I
Maybe a
love
man.
that. And that kind of goes into that quote, you coming in heavy, but you leaving us light. I love that. I love that. And that just speaks
Hmm.
volume for
Hmm.
what you and the business, which y'all are representing, and goes into that impact. So speaking of an impact, what is the impact that your focus is on making for the community here?
Well, we work with a lot of business owners as well, as I
Hmm.
mentioned before. So we do community events, but we assist or come alongside those business
Okay.
owners that are doing events. And so it's like a trickle down effect, if you
Hmm.
will. And I'll show the products later, but we were able to attend some of the expos, career fairs, Cross Creek, TW Josie, Burke County, even. We
Hmm.
just did a gaming expo. So we're out in the community doing those things. We're looking forward to more opportunities to kind of spearhead some of these things in the community. But right now, we're just kind of coming alongside of those events that's already available. So this year, that is the goal, to be more visible, and to
Love
be
it.
able to, network with others. We're like you said, we've done the work, or we're doing the work, but now it's time to let people know what we do and where we are and who we are, and be of a service to our fellow neighbor.
Yes, absolutely. And with you speaking on that, I'm going to just touch lightly on that. What you had just stated is to show up more. As y'all membership director here, y'all know the focus is I want everybody present. I want you present. I
Mhm.
want you in the community outside, not just behind the
Mhm.
closed doors. I want you
Absolutely.
outside so that way you're able to, showcase your business. You're able to present your business and people know who you are and
Mhm.
also what you're bringing here to the community. So definitely, and I'm going to hold that weight for it to you. So y'all already know me. The ones that do know me, y'all know. Yeah. So you spoke it. You
Yes,
spoke it. I didn't tell you to speak, Felicia.
you
So
did not.
I don't need. I don't want no ifs. So nope. You said it. You said
Yeah,
you
I,
were
you
doing
know
it.
that,
So that
that
weight
was
is
one.
for you, and I'm on you.
Yes, ma'am. And that was one of the things that the Lord had given me to be more
Mhm.
visible this year. And He reminded me that the
Yeah.
business is a ministry, right?
Yeah.
And just like you're in the other ministries in the four walls, you have to also take care of the ministry outside of the four walls, right?
That's
And so that
right.
means you have to show up and be more visible. And,
That's right.
some things, hey, you got to put up. Yeah, I'll be there next time. I just set boundaries, and so
That's right.
anyway, it's a new arena. This is
Yeah.
outside of my norm. Normally we do
But
interviews.
you
I'm with
did,
my
but you're
husband.
doing it. You're showing up. So it's that action that you're taking, and that's the main thing, like you said yourself too, is that action.
Yes,
Taking action, and it's just not a thought that you're having within yourself in your head.
right,
You're acting
right.
upon those thoughts and the things that you want to accomplish and achieve and get done, the goals that you have set. So definitely, yes, I love it. I
Mhm,
absolutely love it. I love it. I
mhm.
love it. I love it. I'm so excited. I love it. Um, you you just made me light up like a little tree tonight. Because it speaks volume, with us being, women in business, and then,
Yeah,
we've already had those dreams and aspirations, and then the goals that we want to achieve. But when we actually stayed in and showing up to
yes,
make it happen,
yes,
that's what makes me so happy, here throughout
yes,
the
yes,
community,
yes, yes.
seeing everybody evolve and grow, and we're holding each other hands through that process. So I absolutely love it.
Yes, me too.
Yes,
It is different. For me. I feel like a full, like you said, I'm lighting up because I'm thinking a full circle.
yeah,
When my children were in elementary school, you were there at that school,
that's right.
and
That's
to
right.
be able to see you in a different light in the business arena versus the school is just such
Yes,
a pleasure, and it warms my
yes.
heart. I just say, oh my gosh, this is full circle. So anyway,
Absolutely. And there's still my babies that, just like I had spoke on the previous with Demetrius, the village of my children are huge. They're not birth children, but I have so many because I can be at a store and they be like, Miss Johnson. I'm like, who is you? They be like, it's me. And I be looking like, whoa, y'all taller than me. Like, y'all done grew up
absolutely.
on me. So I absolutely love it, and how they're all doing amazing things for themselves, as those
Mhm.
young adults, because that's what they are now. The majority of them are young adults or becoming teenagers at this
Mhm.
time, from when I was in that system. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the woman you have involved into and growing to as well,
Thank
and
you.
thriving, in the business industry and expanding,
Yes.
that's just so amazing, so amazing, so amazing. Um, what I would say, what legacy? I know we talked on the impact, but what is the legacy you are creating and leaving that you're wanting to make that impact on?
So the legacy that we are wanting to leave is inheritance. So that's what we pretty much founded our business on. And I believe it's Proverbs 18 and 22 that says, um, men leave their inheritance to their children's children. So that is our founding principle. One of the things that we're looking forward to is leaving a legacy and to not only our children but their children and maybe their children. Right? We want to be able to pass something down, not just debt, but want to pass down a business. We want to pass down houses, real estate. So that's what we're looking forward to, is to, again, for our children's children to benefit from the labor of, of their parents, grandparents, great grandparents. So that's one of the biggest things we're looking forward to.
Yes. Can you hear me okay, Felicia?
I can hear you.
Okay, good, good. I was making sure you could hear me. It had went out for a second, but making sure you could hear me good. Good. I love that. I love that. That's absolutely correct. And so with that being said, with the legacy that you're leaving behind, what can you go in detail more of the services and products? I know we touched it earlier briefly, but can you let them know more about your services and products that you do here at Quick Print?
Yes, ma'am. So we do business cards, and I was looking to see if I bought a business card of my own, but I do. Okay, it's an old one, but a business card, it can be front, back. We do fans,
Is
different
that
type.
okay? Okay, so fans. Okay, cool.
Yeah, fans.
And they
We
can be as
can
detailed as the customer like on the fans.
say it again.
I said it can be as detailed as the customer like on the fans.
Yeah, absolutely. So this one right here is the graduation fan with her. It's personalized with her own, with her cash app information, her graduation. This is a different graduation one. She didn't want all the information on there, but just her pictures. So we're able to personalize it. This is one of the fans that we did for the Candlelight Jazz music series. So we can make it as personal as you like. We again, so many different things. Little bags, coin purses, little clutch bags. We can do those. Big tote bags. So we got something for
Love it.
everyone. Tote bags.
Yes.
We do a lot of different things. I'm bringing stuff out people that may not necessarily know. Pillows.
Oh,
Yeah, we do
well, you give me some
pillows.
ideas for the office for
Yes, and
for the client's chair.
jerseys.
Oh,
So yeah, a lot of people don't know we do these things. Jerseys. So a lot of
oh, cool.
personalized things we
I didn't
we
know.
do.
I know about the norm. I call them the norms,
Yep.
but the things that
Yeah.
we need every day, and those like other things. But ooh, I got some ideas now that just popped in my head.
Yeah, so I just tried to bring out of the norm stuff, like you said, the business cards, the flyers, and people
Yes.
know about those things. The banners, I didn't bring my banner, but retractable banners. We
Uh-huh.
do funeral programs, and I mentioned that before. This is
Yes.
one for my brother, and this is another lady. I don't know her, but just different sizes, so it's all
Yes.
personal.
Okay.
We do souvenir books. We do calendars. I mean, it just kind of varies. It goes, sure. So we do it all.
I
We
love
can print it
that.
all. You think it, we can print it. And a lot of people ask us when you do your t-shirts, because again, we do t-shirts. And if you wanted to, you can brand it. So we branded our t-shirt. So you can brand it
Okay.
whatever your company is. You can brand it as well. And we will print on it for you. We can do sweatshirts,
Yes.
sweatshirts. So it's a myriad of products, and a lot of people don't know this, but DTF, and I bought our logos here. This is what we call direct to film. Is where we actually print on. It's a big printer. And I wish I was able to be in the office to show
Uh-huh.
you, but it's a big printer that prints, make the prints on the actual film. This right here is the film. So it
Okay.
puts the print on the film, and then we take the film and press it on whatever the item is or whatever the apparel is. We press it on that. So
Okay.
there's many business owners or crafters out here that are doing t-shirts that may be doing it the hard way using that cricket. And I am knocking it because the cricket made us a lot of money, but it's a
Yes.
lot of work that goes in, into that cricket. You got to weed it, and it takes a
Mhm.
lot a longer time than
Okay.
this direct to film. So if there's any crafters that's looking for a business, looking for DTF, we do provide that. And sometimes you can get it same day. So
Okay.
it just depends. So again, we have a myriad of services that we offer, and that was just a few outside of the box things that I wanted to bring and show you today.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, because you done gave me some. I don't know that light bulb went off when you showed me that pillow, baby. Because I didn't think when that went off, and I'm like, ooh, more branding stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I used to try to brand every day. I try to
You
represent.
do. No, you do. It's not trying. You definitely
Yeah,
do. Because every time I see you, you represent it, and that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to represent our business. So
we're walking
absolutely.
billboards, so
There
we
you
have
go.
to.
There you go. There you go. Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you have any upcoming events or anything that you're attending within the next few months or so?
Oh, what do I have? Upcoming events. We
Or
will.
specials? It can be specials or upcoming
Um,
events.
we're working on specials, and I'll get back with you on that. But we are working on some specials. We are one of the sponsors for the Mayfest this year, so you probably see some activity going on around that. Um, we will be at the career fair, the latest career fair. I believe I want to say April 2nd. I can't remember the date. I don't want to quote me on the date, but anyway, at Healthsburg Middle School we'll do a career fair. So, Quick Print will be in the building. If you want to know a little bit more, you want to stop to our table, you can do that. We'll be at Helsborough Middle School. And so just be on the lookout for upcoming promotions. And again, just kind of look out for us being a little bit more visible or more visible. Even if it's not Trey and it'll be at least me being more visible in your community. And that's all I have. I think that's all that's upcoming. But again, Alicia, I want to just say thank you again so much for the opportunity to spotlight me and Quick Print. And I am forever grateful for you and the Chamber. It's an absolute pleasure always to be a part of the program. Whatever program you're a part of, the Chamber is a part of, is always outstanding. And so I'm grateful for that. Grateful for the opportunity to be in the SBR program, the grant program. So I'm excited
Sure, I
about
am.
that.
It keep going out, Felicia. So sorry about that. The
That's
connection
okay.
here is a little weak
That's
tonight.
okay. That's all right.
So, but I did hear it because I'm up on the other device too as well at the same time. So I definitely appreciate you as well too for taking my yes and putting that fear on the back burner and absolutely showing up. So I
Mhm.
definitely appreciate you and I definitely am so happy for everything that you have coming on. I did add in the chat the information that you stated that you had coming up too
Okay.
as well. So that'll be in there too for them. Um,
Okay.
that you're at, at the school and also the Mayfest. I think it got lost, so I'm gonna add it back in there. For when I
We
lost
won't be at the Mayfest, but we're sponsoring some of the t-shirts. So
sponsored it. Okay.
yeah, some of the t-shirts and some, well, not some of it, the t-shirts and like the printed material that you see, it will be from Print. Amen. Yeah. Let me see, March, April 2nd. April 2nd is the date for the career fair.
Okay, at Hudson Middle, correct?
That's what matter. Yes.
Okay, so I put April 2nd, put that in there.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely appreciate it. And if y'all are in the area, make sure on April 2nd. Was there a certain time? Is that just during the school hours that day?
I think yeah, it's just their school hours.
Okay.
No, maybe I think it's from, don't get me to tell no tell. I think it's from nine
Most of
to
their
one.
time is normally like that 11 to 1. I think that most of the schools was doing the career fairs, I think,
Um,
at the schools. But they can
oh, it
check
looks like
out.
this one. 10:30 to 1:30. That's the
Okay, yeah,
latest.
see, I was about to close. Yeah, I figured that was about the time
Mhm.
they normally do it. So 10:30 to 1 p.m. um for the career fair.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, Felicia, we definitely appreciate you so much, and you continue being awesome and doing amazing things throughout here through the community. I definitely applaud you, you and your husband with the business and everything that y'all are doing.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much again for the opportunity and everything that you guys are doing. You're doing on your own. I mean, I'm constantly inspired by you all. So, again, thank you for
And
being. And
we're definitely inspired to you all being business owners and entrepreneurs here in the community, because it does take a lot, especially, us as women, much weight that we hold and have to make sure everything is up and running, not just our business, but our personal
absolutely,
lifestyles too as well. So we definitely have to celebrate us,
absolutely,
and that's why I want to take that time this month to make sure our amazing women that are in business are being celebrated throughout the month of March. I know we're wrapping up the month of March. It came in marching hard, and
yes,
now
it
it's
is.
about to leave us.
Yes,
I'm like,
it
what?
is.
We only got a few more
Yes,
days left in March.
yes. I
It's like
know.
what?
March is my birth month too, so I
Yes,
love.
yes, yes, yes. Like it's just like, whoo! It came and it just like what's going on,
Hang on.
so definitely appreciating and so happy for everything that you're doing and continue doing, and just continue being who you are, such an amazing person,
Thank
and
you.
it shows. So I definitely appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate you as well. Again, thank you for the opportunity, and I pray that you have a rest. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'm looking forward to all the rest of the interviews.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely. Y'all definitely stay tuned in. And I definitely appreciate you all too as well. Everyone that is tuned in, thank y'all so much for joining in. Make sure if you caught the end of it, make sure you replay that too as well, to get all the nuggets that Felicia gave us tonight, and also the
Mhm.
knowledge that she gave, and the services and products that she do have from Quick Print. So y'all definitely have heard from Felicia Williams. She is the co-founder and owner Equip Prints Graphics and Media. So thank y'all so much. And Felicia, again, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Thank everyone for joining in on Her Legacy in Leadership, where we're celebrating women of the Greater Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce who are leading with vision. They are building legacies and inspiring the next generation of entrepreneurs to do the same. Again, thank you all for tuning in on this thriving and fabulous Thursday. Y'all have
Mhm.
a wonderful rest of your evening, and continue celebrating each other throughout the month of March for Women's in History. Thank you all from the Great Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce. Y'all have a wonderful and lovely evening.
Have a great evening.